Toxic relationships are insidious. They rarely announce themselves with a bold warning sign, but instead creep into your life, eroding your confidence, draining your energy, and overshadowing your sense of purpose. These relationships, whether with a partner, friend, family member, or co-worker, have a way of anchoring you in negativity and preventing you from flourishing. Over time, they can weigh heavily on your mental health and productivity, leaving you feeling stuck in a cycle of harm and emotional exhaustion. The Stoics understood the profound influence that relationships have on our lives. Seneca, one of Stoicism's most revered thinkers, advised, "Associate with those who will make a better man of you. Welcome those whom you yourself can improve." In other words, the relationships we foster should elevate us, not pull us into chaos. Escaping toxic relationships is an act of self-preservation and, more importantly, self-respect. This discussion delves into the impact of toxic relationships, how to recognize them, and the strategies needed to free yourself while building a network of healthy, supportive connections. The hidden costs of toxic relationships. The true damage of toxic relationships lies in their ability to infiltrate all areas of your life, often without you realizing it. On the surface, you may dismiss negative interactions as isolated incidents or assume the other person's behavior is temporary. However, over time, the cumulative effects can be devastating. Emotional drain. Toxic individuals frequently demand your emotional energy without giving any in return. Their behaviors, manipulation, criticism, or unpredictability keep you in a constant state of tension and unease. Mental fatigue. Toxic relationships create confusion and doubt. You may spend hours replaying conversations, questioning your decisions, or strategizing how to avoid conflict. This mental overload can reduce your focus, creativity, and decision-making abilities. Physical health. The stress caused by toxic relationships doesn't just stay in your mind, it manifests in your body. Chronic exposure to stress hormones like cortisol can lead to insomnia, fatigue, headaches, or even long-term health issues such as high blood pressure. Stagnation. A toxic relationship often anchors you to the status quo. The drama, negativity, or dependency it creates leaves little room for personal growth or the pursuit of your goals. Loss of identity. Over time, toxic relationships can erode your self-esteem and reshape your priorities to serve someone else's agenda. You may find yourself questioning who you are or what you truly want. Recognizing the toll these relationships take is the first step in reclaiming your power and breaking free from their grip. Recognizing toxic relationships. Toxicity can manifest in subtle or overt ways. Identifying the warning signs requires self-awareness and honesty. Here are key dynamics that signal a toxic relationship. 1. Manipulation and control. Toxic individuals often rely on manipulation to maintain power over you. This can take many forms: guilt-tripping, gaslighting, or emotional coercion. For example, they might make you feel selfish for asserting your needs or question your perception of reality to keep you off balance. 2. Persistent negativity. While everyone has bad days, toxic individuals seem to exist in a perpetual state of criticism or pessimism. Their negativity spreads like wildfire, affecting your mood, outlook, and motivation. 3. Lack of reciprocity. In healthy relationships, support flows both ways. In toxic ones, the dynamic is one-sided. You may find yourself constantly giving time, energy, emotional support without receiving the same in return. 4. Boundary violations. Toxic people often disregard your boundaries, whether it's prying into your personal life, making unreasonable demands, or pressuring you to compromise your values. This lack of respect erodes trust and autonomy. 5. Emotional instability. Drama and unpredictability are hallmarks of toxic relationships. They may swing from affection to hostility, creating an emotional roller coaster that leaves you feeling uncertain and drained. 6. A pattern of isolation. Some toxic individuals seek to isolate you from other supportive relationships. They might discourage you from spending time with friends or family, fostering dependency and limiting your outside perspective. How to escape toxic relationships. Breaking free from a toxic relationship is rarely easy, but it is always worth it. The process requires courage, self-reflection, and a commitment to prioritizing your well-being. Here's how to take action. 1. Acknowledge the reality. The first step is recognizing that the relationship is toxic. This requires an honest evaluation of the impact it has on your life. Reflect on questions like, do I feel uplifted or diminished after spending time with this person? Am I compromising my values or well-being to maintain this relationship? Journaling can help clarify your emotions and uncover patterns you may have overlooked. 2. Establish boundaries. Boundaries are essential for protecting your mental and emotional health. Clearly communicate what you will and won't tolerate. For example, I need you to respect my time by not calling me late at night unless it's urgent. Enforcing boundaries may provoke resistance, but consistency is key. 3. Limit contact or disengage. In cases where boundaries are ignored, it may be necessary to reduce or eliminate contact. Start by creating distance, both physical and emotional. This can mean spending less time together, avoiding triggering situations, or in extreme cases, cutting ties entirely. 4. Seek support. Surround yourself with people who uplift and encourage you. Trusted friends, family, or mentors can provide perspective and strength during this transition. Professional counseling can also be invaluable for navigating complex emotions and rebuilding confidence. 5. Focus on healing. Toxic relationships often leave emotional scars. Take time to heal by engaging in practices that restore your sense of self, such as mindfulness, exercise, creative pursuits, or therapy. Reconnect with your passions and goals and celebrate small victories along the way. Building healthier connections. Once you've escaped the toxic trap, the focus shifts to cultivating relationships that nurture and inspire you. Here's how to build a foundation for healthier connections. Practice self-respect. Value yourself enough to demand respect from others. This starts with setting and maintaining boundaries. Prioritize communication. Be open and honest in your interactions, and seek relationships where this is reciprocated. Foster mutual support. Surround yourself with people who celebrate your successes, provide constructive feedback, and encourage your growth. Stay vigilant. Be mindful of red flags early on, and don't hesitate to walk away from relationships that show signs of toxicity. Final thoughts. Escaping toxic relationships is not just about removing negativity from your life. It's about creating space for growth, joy, and purpose. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. The challenges of breaking free can ultimately guide you toward greater clarity and resilience. By prioritizing your well-being and fostering healthier connections, you reclaim your time, energy, and focus. Surround yourself with those who inspire you to be your best self, and let go of anything or anyone that no longer serves your journey.